All righty then. All right, let's talk about Kayvon Thibodeaux. All right, the Lions, like last week, whenever it was, sent like 7 people down there to look at Kayvon Thibodeaux Pro Day. I think Chris Spielman went down there, Brad Holmes went down there. Been a lot of talk about how he's culturally not a Lions fit. Vegas tend to believe that at one point he was a big underdog, not to go number 2 on some of some of their prop bets about the NFL 2022 NFL draft. And a lot of people said, well, he not a cultural fit and he not this and he not that. And then my thing about it too is I was thinking like, bro, you think all 60 something people, including the practice squad, whatever it is, are cultural fits for the Lion? No. When you check out a prospect, sometimes he not gonna be everything that you want him to be when he come out. It's no perfect prospect. It's always something that's nitpick. You not like. He got to eventually approve in, and improve on, and all types of stuff, bro. You know what I'm saying? So when people talking about, well, culturally, he may not be the cultural fit or whatever, right? Not all 53 dudes are cultural fit for what the Pistons want to do. I mean, the Lions want to do. Excuse me. You know, at all. You think Lawrence Taylor, off the field issues was a cultural fit for what Bill Belichick and Bill Parcells wanted? Hell no. You think Jared Goff is a cultural fit what the Lions want to do? Hell no. They want to play smash mouth football. You think DeAndre Swift a cultural fit for smash? No, no, no. Not too many players check off every box that you want from a player. Not everybody check off that box. All right. For seriously, not everybody check off that box, and that's just the honest truth. You know, you said, well, he don't represent man. Look, man, if you can play and if you knocking people off your board because they might not be the toughest thing, or they might not be the fastest, or they might not have this mindset or that mindset. So Horker, that's why you miss out on talent. Oh, because he made a mistake and he made some mistakes in college, and but everybody a criminal. That's a fact. Everybody a criminal. If you live long enough, everybody done something that's technically a crime, even if it's frowned upon. If it's still a misdemeanor, felony, and still breaking the rules at the whatever, everybody committed an infraction. Everybody had a traffic ticket or something like that. But for not to draft a talent because he had a cultural fit, that's the shit that got Bob Quinn in trouble. A Patriot guy. This ain't college where you want to draft a Miami guy like that. It's different. This team ain't in the position to turn down no elite talent. They in no position to draft need. They in no position to draft no more fucking offensive linemen. They've been doing it for 12 years. This team need a ticket puller. And if you're gonna continue to build the trenches and draft a Dan Campbell hard nosed guy, then you just doing the same thing Brett Holmes did. We need talent. We need depth as well. That's definitely something we need, but we need top end talent. We need elite talent. So I'm not concerned if he's not a cultural fit. I'm not concerned if they say, well, it's he protecting himself. I watched the film. This dude throw his body around. He played with speed. He played with power. He played with athleticism. He played with finesse. He got a spin move. He got a little crossover move. He got a bull rush. You know what I'm saying? He might not have he might not be the technician that Aiden Hutchinson is, or Jermaine Johnson is, but when you that athletically gifted, you ain't got to have that many moves. You got to have a really good go-to move and a really good counter move. He got more than that. He got decent spin move, decent little jab crossover step. He bull rush. He can swim a little bit. He can rip and go a little bit. But I ain't got to be as technical if I'm athletically gifted, and he play with power. What's the biggest issue I see from him, man? It's just that sometimes when the blocks get in rarities, when offensive linemen get into his chest, it's a little bit hard for him to shed. That's it. He played with power. He played with speed. He can play the run. But on the field, just a little bit of block shedding. That's it. When the rarities they get into him, no doubt in my mind, talent wise, skill wise on the field, athletically wise on the field, he is the best player in this draft. And it may not translate to the NFL. Somebody might be better, but coming into this draft, looking at his tape, looking at Hutchinson tape, he the best. Now, if you don't want him, then who is my second favorite pass rusher? Well, I haven't seen Trayvon Walker yet neither, so I just don't like the production. But people say they move him around a lot. I'm scared to take somebody at number 2 who don't have production, straight up and down. But like I said, it's always exception. But a lot of people get up in there. They took Jamarcus Russell. They took, some of these guys off of Darius Hayward Bay off of potential. I do think, in my opinion, Jermaine Johnson is the second best pass rusher in this draft that I've seen. I've seen Aiden Hutchinson every fucking Saturday and whatever else they play. But if you don't like, Kayvon Thibodeaux and some of the, things like the only thing that concern me about Kayvon Thibodeaux is the injuries. But he been just as consistent with his play as Aiden Hutchinson has. And that's the truth. He's been just as consistent as Aiden Hutchinson has. So as far as games played. He's been just as consistent. So, but I said before, you don't turn down an elite talent over cultural fit. Sometimes, you joining a tribe, and learning new values might, these kids, it might change them. He might grow into a cultural fit. He may adopt what you teaching them. He may adopt that. He may honestly adopt that. So you don't come into this world as a finished product. You don't come out of elementary school to middle school a finished product. You don't come out of middle school, high school a finished product. You shouldn't. You don't come out of high school into the real world, into college, into a finished product. You don't come out of college a finished product. You know what I'm saying? So expecting that a kid like Kayvon Thibodeaux is gonna be a finished product, man. Sometimes you gotta raise a kid in your culture. Sometimes you gotta bet on him adopting, adopting your values in the coach. So him being a culture fit, that shouldn't even fucking factor into this. That shouldn't factor into this at all. That should not factor into this. He's a kid still. Hell of a football player. You pass up talent. That just sounds like some Bob Quinn. He's 21 years old and be 22 to December. Boy's born in 2000. So you passing up this kid because I heard that he don't want to put on. Like, man, come on. They said they nitpick Myles Garrett too. Oh, he don't give enough effort. He quit on plays. Look at him, man. It's just come to nitpicking. He is the best talent in this draft. Point blank period that I see at the top of that board. He's the best. He is the best. Straight up and down. Hutchinson can't fuck with him on some talent stuff. He might end up being a better pro because situations, situations, in my Usher voice, situation is everything. But when you look at him, total package, length, speed, athleticism, power, play to run, rush the passer, can drop a little bit. What else you want? What else you want? Durability issues? Yes, sir. There's some there, but so was with Aiden Hutchinson. Oh, what else you don't want? So I ain't concerned if he in a cultural fit. Sometimes you introduce a kid to a new culture. If he this type of player, he that person type of player, this, that, and the third, man, that shit don't matter. Sometimes you gotta allow them to grow up in something. Sometimes that shit'll rub off. So if that's the reason that he ain't on their board, so be it. So be it. It sounds like some Bob Quinn shit to me. And this team is so deprived of elite talent. This team is so deprived of elite talent that they can't do this. They can't do it. You know, when you talking about getting faster, getting stronger, getting better, you know, and you check every box. You know, like I said before, there only should be, from what I've seen, there's only should be 3 dudes. I haven't seen Trayvon Walker, and maybe I'll hop on that today. It's on as of right now until I see Trayvon. It's only 3 dudes that be in that number 2 pick scenario. It's only 3 dudes, and it should be Jermaine Johnson, Kayvon Thibodeaux, Malik Willis. All great athletes, all skilled football players. You're not drafting a guy that's skilled and not athletic. You're not drafting a guy that's athletic and not skilled. All of them are athletic and skilled. All of them. You know, and Thibodeaux may not be the best technician at pass rushing, but why should he? And he's super fast and super quick. His first step, man, is one of the best I've seen in a long time. You know, all the other stuff you got to trust in. You like being a parent. You got to trust that what you teach your kids when they go out into the world, they apply it. You know, all you can do is raise and teach, preach, you know, give them the values and the traditional core values. And you got to hope they go out there and don't make that fatal or make that mistake that put them in the pen or put them in a bad predicament. You got to learn when they bump their head, they can grow from it. You know, it's just the way it is. And you got to hope that you take this kid in here and you able to give them the life skills. You know, you able to give them the football skills and the football coaching, the shoulder to lean on, the support group. And I go for no matter how great a person he was. People just say, well, he was trouble in college or he did this. And I'm talking about Thibodeaux in particular. Like I said, everybody committed an infraction. Everybody committed a crime. You know what I'm saying? Just because just people got caught. You know, ain't nobody heard nothing about that kid from the Raiders, Henry Ruggs. I'm not hear nothing bad about him in the draft process. He went out there and he made a bad decision. He went out there and made a bad decision. It happens. Will Smith been squeaky clean in American eyes since the 80s. He been seen a good guy. You know, he went out there. He 53 years old. He took 20, 30 years to smack a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? People make mistakes. People are human. Social media is teaching people that everybody perfect. Hell no, I see people flossing on the gram and flossing on Facebook. I see people, I done seen girls that have cheated and they done went right back to they boyfriends hugged up on the gram like ain't nothing wrong. That shit is a facade. It's a facade. It's a facade. You know, and if you do invest in the NFL, got the best investigators out there. Bar none, they got the best investigators out there. And they do all this investigation and the dude squeaky clean, get in the league and make a mistake, get lazy, get injured. You know what I'm saying? Stop caring with the money. So you got to do your due diligence, and there are some red flags that you know that you can't ignore. But for all, every bad case, there's a Honey Badger, there's a Janoris Jenkins. There's a lot of guys that had trouble in this league. Antonio Brown, with some concerns coming into the league and all that. But a lot of all them dudes had long careers, and some of them still playing. You're gonna have character issues. This is the way it is gonna be in the locker room. Ain't everything perfect. That's just what it is, bro. So, I mean, at this point, man, there are red flags and there are exceptions. But if anything got to do with a cultural fit about Kayvon Thibodeaux, man, you ain't gonna never find elite talent. It's very seldom that you find Larry Fitzgerald, Jerry Rice, Calvin Johnson, and Dominican Sue. It's very rare you find guys that are super, super talented and humble. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Kayvon Thibodeaux is not a finished product. And none of these guys, these dudes gonna mature. They're gonna become fathers. They're gonna become business owners. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff. A lot of things gonna happen. But if you ain't taking Kayvon Thibodeaux because over a character, because over a concern that he don't play hard at the end of the day, bro, look at David Ojabo. You got to protect your body. When the money hit that account, then I play hard. So that's just my little thing about it. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. That subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit on notifications, increase chance of notifications. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. You can find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. If you got business question, require response, video request, all that information is in the description. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Check the trade line, start playlist out for more videos like this. Appreciate the love, support. Let me know what you girls think in the comment section one time for the one time. Peace. Girls and guys. Peace.